I've just arrived at my campsite, and it's in Shropshire, actually on the River Severn, at a place called Buckley Farm Campsite. I'll put maps up, show you locations and details in the information section. But boy, this is a very peaceful campsite. The Honda NX500 running sweetly, absolutely beautiful. The sun shining, wispy clouds in the sky. It's probably about 5:30, something like that, maybe 6 o'clock. But it's a lovely evening. So this is a working farm, and it's a true working farm. The campsite has been operating for about 10 years. Relatively low key, £10 a night. It's got facilities, shower, toilets. The actual campsite is on a strip of land that runs from the campsite effectively along the edge of a field and then along the edge of the River Severn. And I'll show you that river now because it is stunning. So this is the riverside camping. And it stretches off about twice as far as where the bike is. All, more or less all completely accessible to the river. I'm going to pitch just somewhere about here. So just up a slight incline, you've got a huge field. With the farmhouse and the facilities just in the distance there. And then from that tree line in front, you can camp all the way along the edge of this field, along the tree line, all the way that the camera's going, on that level, field level, to where the camper van is, the yellow van. And you come down a very slight incline. It's no problem for bikes, any bike could get down there, to the riverside camping. There is odd dry patches. It must have been very dry down here. The ground is dry in places. The grass is more lush up on the upper level by the trees, but this one's got the riverside, and clearly you're going to get good sunsets from here and sunrises. So I've been talking to the owner of the site, and the nearest pub is about a mile away, so it's only a few minutes if you are driving or riding. Very good pub, very good food apparently. I'll put all information in the information section. And the nearest large shop is a co-op in Shrewsbury, which is not too far away, maybe about 15 minutes if that. And that's your large shop. And there's notice there's I think by the co-op, and I'll put a map up to show you, but by the co-op there's also a fish and chip shop, and I think either Indian or Chinese, I can't quite remember now. So, you know, a quarter of an hour away is not too bad. But there is a village nearby, and she did say what it was called, but I've forgotten by the time I've got here. So excited, you see. But I'll put the information up here as to where there is shop, post office, a very good shop and post office. I'll put the information up here so that you can locate it if you want to have a look at it. Anyhow, it is time to get the tent up. Although it ain't going to be any rain tonight, but I do like to get my tent up first. Well, that's camp setup. All nice and ready for the night. The other thing to mention is that if you're into your canoes and paddle boards, you've got fantastic access through a created gravel ramp that comes straight up to the camping field too. So this is the camping field that runs along the edge of the tree line. For those that want power, there's also power available. Now, although this is in shade now, as the sun starts to go down, actually in the morning it'll be in full sun here. This will be stunningly nice in the morning and through most of the day. Got a stop tap there, which is only about 50 meters from where the tent is, so that's quite handy. Fire pits are allowed, obviously raised off the ground, but they supply, well, there's certainly a few dotted around. There's one near the tent, one up here, and I think there was another one further down, but I'm sure they have more. Beautiful scenery here, most amazing countryside. I love Shropshire, and I've spent a lot of time coming down to Shropshire and the Welsh border. So that's the gravel drive that comes off the road, the little back road, and the gravel is a little bit loose at the moment, but it looks like they've put a fresh bit of topping on. So I would imagine within a week or two this will be flattened down a bit. A little bit of grass cutting going on. Good job I don't get hay fever. Well, I did in France last year, Belgium actually. A nice farmhouse it is. That's letting cottages, and they're very nice as well. And the facilities are in this caravan. Now you might say to yourself, a caravan? But I've been to campsites before where they've had a static caravan as the facilities, and they've been very good. So we'll have a little look. There you go. Nice, nice. Very modern. Look at this. I've checked to see there's nobody in. Oh, there you go. I think this has been recently refurbished or redone, or even just built. But it's very clean. It's very new. So you got a couple of unisex cubicles, and we got a shower, and the showers are free. Yeah, so you've got 2 toilet cubicles and you've got 2 showers. And they've set up a little kitchen area where and a fridge, or is it a freezer? No, it's a fridge with a little freezer at the top. So you can access the fridge, you can use the fridge. There's a microwave, obviously a washing up facility, and they provide a kettle with hot chocolate, coffee, tea, and sugar. Obviously you need to bring your own milk. And look at this, this is brilliant. Takeaway cups with lids. In fact, I'm going to have a coffee and take it back to the tent. Superb. these are beautiful. The owner, Debbie, said that I could just stick my head in. I'm not going to go in. And they're in the middle of cleaning it. But look at this. You can rent this. Right guys, that's it. My time's up at Buckley Farm Campsite. Moving on shortly. Haven't packed the bike yet, but I've had a relaxing morning, to be honest. So what can I say about my stay at Buckley Farm Campsite? Well, firstly, you're in lush Shropshire countryside. It's beautiful. The farm itself is a lovely farm. The owners are absolutely amazing. Couldn't be helpful enough. And as a solo motorcyclist, if you turn up here unbooked, even if they're busy, they will find a place for you. You're on this beautiful stretch of the River Severn, just behind me. And I've been stood out listening to the bird life along the riverbank. It's just tremendous. And that's the other thing about the site, is it's just so peaceful. You're not too far from Shrewsbury here, and it's quite handy to get to the main roads. You're handy to get into Wales. It's just a really ideal location to spend at least a night, or even more than that. You know, I could envisage stopping here for 2 or 3 nights if you wanted to explore Shropshire and the Welsh border area. The facilities are ultra clean, well looked after. They're relatively new. Showers are free. Coffee, tea, hot chocolate, free. And to top it off, you even get a takeaway cup to bring your drink down to the tent. I've not come across that before. I think that's amazing. Sadly, I finished it now, so it is time to start getting the bike sorted out. No, it's a really nice site. Access down the gravel road, just got to be a bit cautious. But it looks like there's new topping being put on, so that'll get settled in. And there's a pub within about a mile of here. I didn't go to it, but there's a pub within a mile, and there's a village locally. I don't know what distance, but I've put the information up already. So you've got the facilities, and Shrewsbury's not far away at all. So all in all, excellent site. I do love riverbank camping. It's just so peaceful. It's just so nice. Anyway, guys, it is time to go. Thanks a lot for watching.